It's shoes o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I bet you never thought I was going to say that. Today I'm going to be reviewing a pair of rip-off Aldi £8.99 rip-off Converse. I seen these in the middle of Aldi in a metal basket and I thought they look alright. Seem to have nice cotton laces. You've got the Aldi logo on the back. And when I pick up a pair of shoes, I always have a look at the bottoms. How much tread have you got? So I know generally put my hand in the shoe. Oh, there's paper in that one. Put my hand in the shoe. And there's a good, what is that thickness there? That's a good 1.5 inches. That's a good 20 millimeters of sole. I'm a size 7, small hands, small feet. And generally, there's a lot of tread here, a lot of tread. I've seen trainers, I've gone to places like TK Maxx, I've gone to places like Shoe and all the expensive, and I put my hand in, similar to what I've done now, and there's no tread on the bottom of the shoe. Look at that, it's not even flexing. That is not even flexing. There's a lot of tread on the bottom of that shoe. So I thought for £8.99, let's buy them and let's give them a review. They're called Aldimania Canvas Trainer, limited edition. Now we had this thing with Lidl last year in 2023 where they brought out jumpers, hats, shorts, trainers, socks, and people were walking around in like Lidl clothing. Bit of fun. It's a bit of fun because these companies come across as, or they are discount supermarkets. You know, so it's almost having a little bit of a rib. It's always, you have to have a certain sense of humour to walk around with Lidl clothes on. So Aldi have kind of given it their own kind of go here, but I think the quality on these canvas trainers are really quite good. Aldi Champs they're called, look at that. Aldi sticker on the back, Aldi sticker on the side. This is free advertising for them. People look down with these flashing around on the floor, seeing what trainers they're wearing. They see Aldi and they think, oh yeah, I need to go and buy a loaf of bread. I need to go and buy some milk. It's free advertising for Aldi. They can afford to sell these for £8.99. And it's probably a true reflection as to what you're kind of paying for when it comes to shoe. Now I'm going to rip my shoe off my foot here because these shoes here I picked up recently. These are Timberland. I've never owned a pair of Timberland before. Brand, I've worn them once, twice. But it's funny, isn't it? Because that part there is a bit narrow on the front. It was just rubbing on my little toe on my 6-mile walk. These were apparently, I picked them up for £55. These cost me £55. That's nearly 6 times the amount of the Aldi trainer, and they're rubbing on my feet. They're rubbing on my little toe. Apparently, because I picked these up in TK Maxx, apparently the main retail price on these trainers are £120. I didn't pay that. I paid £50. I'd never pay that for a pair of trainers. No way am I paying that kind of money. Anyway, my point is here, I walk 6 miles a day as part of my exercise routine for putting all of the junk and all of the beer in my system. For me, what goes in, calorie-wise, must come out. So I walk 6 miles a day. I'm going to take these off now. I'm going to put on these Aldi trainers. And I'm going to go for a 6-mile walk unplug my GoPro with my GoPro, and I'm going to film out and about around Barry Island and all that other stuff with my Aldi fake rip-off Converse on. And I'm going to tell you if they're hurting my feet, if they're comfortable, if I can even finish my 6-mile walk. Let's get going. Right, let's lace these bad boys on then. £8.99. There's the Aldimania. So they come with this really cool thing where, you know, they're already laced up for you. You haven't got to put the laces in. And they crisscross how I like them. I've always been a crisscross kind of lacer. So you just literally getting the paper out and getting these on. So as I mentioned earlier on, I'm going to be going for a 6-mile walk. Oh! Yes, look at that. I'm going to be going for a 6-mile walk in these trainers. In these pumps, as my wife called them. She said they're technically called pumps. Ooh, hang on. Yeah, oh, that just about works. Oh, no, I like the lace to go right to the top, me. I like my ankle. I've always liked ankle boots because as a rugby player when I was younger, I always used to do my ankles in, and football as well. I used to always do my ankles in playing football. So whenever I got that kind of like, I was always spraining my ankles. So I like that feeling of a boot being strapped up, and it's almost like an ankle support in its own right. Boom, but there we go. Yeah, they feel all right. They feel okay. Let's go for a walk then. I'm a double lacer as well, always double knot. Let's go. Right, okay, we've just left the house. There's a little bit of a slip on the right shoe, which kind of indicates a little bit that maybe either my feet are not the same size, or maybe the Aldi shoes are slightly not the same size. But I've never noticed that before in my life, so I'm going to say that my feet are the same size, and maybe it's just the Aldi shoes, it's just slightly different. So on my right foot here, there's just a little slip. But other than that, for a pair of canvas shoes, for the first 100 meters, I would say, they felt pretty good. They have felt pretty good. Excuse all of the pavements, by the way, being cracked and smashed and whatever. If you went to the west end of Barry, I noticed this when you get to the kind of like the middle part of Barry and then towards the west end, everything's all nice and tidy. But the moment you get to the east end of Barry, where I live, yeah, we have to put up with stuff like this everywhere. We're just forgotten about down this end of town. But never mind, this is not a pavement review. This is an Aldi Mania canvas shoe review for £8.99. So I've just started the walk. Yeah, they feel good. Over 100 meters now. They feel really good. They haven't fallen off my feet. I got 6 miles to do, so I'll make my way over to Barry Island, 3 miles into my walk, and I'll give you an update. Right, we are 3 miles into our walk over Barry Island. I come over here every day, just kind of just works out with 3 miles. 3 miles here, 3 miles back. But yeah, the trainers are feeling really good. Here's the famous
Oh, all 3 chip shops are shut. That's very rare. Very, very rare. It's a Thursday as well. Normally open. But yeah, this is where Gavin and Stacey, they do a lot of their filming here on the promenades. You've got Barry Island over there. This is Barry Island. This is the undercover promenade. I'm really surprised none of the chip shops are open. Really surprised. But anyway, this is not a chip shop review. This is a Aldimania shoe review. And they're alright. They're actually more comfortable than my Timberlands that I paid £55 for. They seem a better quality shoe. They're not rubbing my feet like my Timberlands do. My little toes not hurting like they do in my Timberlands. And yeah, get this, they cost £8.99. £8.99 for a pair of shoes. No sign of kind of like, they feel really solid under the feet as well. Really, really solid. So, next thing now is to get home, I suppose, and then show you how, or tell you how they feel after 6 miles. Little bit windy, I do apologise, you'll have to bear with me, but this is Barry's old harbour. Now, some say that this old harbour dates back to kind of Roman times. It goes right back a couple of thousand years ago. It used to be dug out a long time ago. Not so much anymore, it's kind of left for reeds and whatnot, and plantation to grow, birds to grow. But the reason why I'm filming is because of this. We've got a collapsed tree on the path. We've got to see how the Aldi trainers get through this. Oh, look at this. Right, here we go. Do we go? Let's go over. Oh, and under. Here we go. Oh, what does this say? Being reported to the council at 8:30 AM. Well, I'm not saying anything about the council. I'll leave that one to everybody else to comment on. Okay, we got past the tree. Let's carry on. Right, so here we go then. We have made this 6-mile walk. How have the shoes done? We've got the magnificent Osborne Hotel here in the background. Part of Barry's heritage, where it used to be a massive dock town. Lots of scope for hotels and stuff. It's a conservative club now where people have a drink and play snooker and stuff. But onto the shoes. Yeah, pretty good actually. Pretty good. Just cross the road. Not a single rub. Not a single bit of soreness on the feet. 6 miles in. Yeah, pretty damn good. Pretty damn good for £8.99, and no signs of kind of splitting or breaking or anything like that. Decent shoe, £8.99. The thing is, if companies like Aldi have worked out that you can get a shoe out there for £8.99 where you're advertising their supermarket on a daily basis, well, that's just super, isn't it? So £8.99, got to be a 9 out of 10 for me for these shoes. Absolutely fantastic. Stone the Crows. Boom. Cheers.